Today on Eagle News, the student radio station is one of the few buildings still open on campus. Hear the message they're broadcasting daily. Ashton talks with her mother on how she's making the adjust from an office to a home office. And we hear from students across the state on how they are adjusting to the move to online classes and another edition of Question Time. Hello, and welcome to Eagle News. I'm Xavier Branch. In our first story today, reporter Ashton Christensen discusses with her mother, Sonia Christensen, about making her adjustment at home as a credit underwriter.
My mother, Sonia Christensen, is one of the many Americans who has tried to switch from working at the office to working at home because of this pandemic.
Dealing with the network traffic and stuff, the internet's been slow because there's so many people working from home that, it's really made it interesting and challenging, and the bank really had to rush to get everybody who needed to work from home up and running at home very quickly. They were rock stars getting us all up and running.
Things seem to be running smoothly now, but it was a rocky start at first with the stimulus package being passed.
It was very challenging to start with. The government's saying that, the money's coming out and it's going to be ready and, immediately. And we were still waiting for guidance from the SBA on how to even do what was, to be done.
Separating work life and home life is a challenge many people have to learn to face when working from home.
When you're able to work from home, and you're going through something like this where you've got a situation where there's a limited amount of money and a lot of people that need that money, and everybody in the country is fighting for it. We've been working around the clock trying to make sure we took care of our customers. So when your computer and your workstation is at your house, you tend to just keep working, and regardless of whether it's business hours or not.
Even though it's unclear when things will go back to normal, people like my mother keep pushing through to try to help things run smoothly. I'm Ashton Christensen reporting for Eagle News.
Departments involving admissions and financial aid are still functioning on a day-to-day basis at Georgia Southern University. But there is another part of the Georgia Southern campus still operating, the student radio station.
There are everyday actions that you can do to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases.
This is the message employees are being asked to say throughout the week. This public service announcement is sharing ways to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. The radio station, while originally in the Williams Center, has since moved to Sanford Hall. While we originally started out with 7 employees in a semester, we've moved down to just 4. A typical day in the station would usually consist of the employees supervising over the students that, will be doing radio shows throughout the week. But under these unforeseen circumstances, they actually have new requirements. They are actually asked to broadcast that message at least 2 times a day, as well as just continue to make sure that the station is up and running and being able to continue broadcasting special PSAs. While the radio station hopes to get back to doing student shows, they feel they're using their platform as best they can. Jordan Lynch, Eagle News.
The COVID-19, or also known as coronavirus, has affected everyone in some sort of way. All campuses and schools in Georgia have been shut down for at least the rest of the spring semester. This executive order has forced the school systems to redirect their students to having online classes only for the foreseeable future. After a couple of weeks of class being online only, I had a chance to speak with Georgia Southern student Caleb Perumal on the challenges he has faced while completing his new online courses.
One of my weaknesses is math, and when I was going to Henderson Library for tutoring, it helped a lot. And now that I have to kind of use my resources that are given to me by the school, which are very helpful, but like I said, I'm more of a hands-on person.
Georgia Southern faculty and staff have been doing their best in communicating with students since the closure of campus. I also got the chance to speak with Augusta University student Bria Faison on how her online class experience has been with her university so far.
I actually prefer a lecture class rather than an online class because I get to hear what the professor expects me to know in class, and I can also ask questions on things that I know and don't know, and I could have more clarity in a lecture class rather than an online class.
As the semester starts coming to an end, students should continue studying and trying their best to stay on top of their work for these final couple of weeks. I'm Xavier Branch, Eagle News.